everyone, it is Steven here, and I am starting a new series, gameplay and commentary series on Metroid Fusion, one of the sexiest games I've ever played on the Game Boy. This is my favorite Metroid game, and I was playing it a little bit before this, but I'm just gonna start a new game, because I was just trying to get used to the controls. Anyways, intro, blah blah blah, already fun. Assigned to watch over biologics research team. Alright. I've already gone through this, so I'm not too sure if I want to read all this again. By holding on this. I'm using a GBA emulator on my desktop right now. So that's why you saw my mouse earlier and stuff, and I can speed it up and stuff. But a little background about this game. This is one of my favorite games on the GBA that I ever played, other than a few select games like Fire Emblem, Pokemon games of course, and Kirby games. But Metroid is definitely up there. It's gotta be in like the top 5 Game Boy games I've ever played. I'm not too sure what they are in order, because you can ask any gamer, big time gamer, what his favorite game is, and he won't really be able to answer that question. I mean, he may say one game, but then later he'll think about his answer and be like, well, you know, I shouldn't have to decide that, because it's not something that it's not really a question that you easily answer, because you remember all the good times you have with games. Like, I played frickin' Super Smash Bros. Melee every day of my life when I had a GameCube, and I still have a GameCube. I love Kirby Air Ride, but as great games they are, I can't call them the #1 game just because there are too many games that I enjoy just as much as those. So I can only add them to a list of, like, if I say 1, it's not going to be better than 10. I can only give you a list of games that I really enjoyed. But I can make a huge list of games that I hate. But I'm not going to do that, because I'm going to enjoy one of my favorite games for the Game Boy, Metroid Fusion, otherwise called Metroid 4. Now, I'm sorry if you're trying to read all this, but here, I'll just give you a little summary. Samus was on SR-388, at the very end of the mission. She got infected by these yellow things that are on the screen right now. She went unconscious, crashed her ship after the disease hit her central nervous system. She almost died because of this, but they came out with the Metroid vaccine, blah blah blah, used the Metroid cell to eat the X-parasites, and now she's all new in this new cool looking suit, which I thought was badass when I was a kid, but now I realize how weak it actually is compared to her old suit. And you get new suits in the game, but you don't get the first suit for a little while, if I can remember correctly. And this game, we are headed to a space station where shit's about to get really fucked up. And the X-parasite has, like, just, okay, fast forward, there we go. Fast forward a little more, there we go. Fast forward a little more. There we go. Fast forward a little more, there we go. Alright. Okay, so we are going into the rock. Let's do this. Now, if I do fuck up with the controls, don't scream at me and throw monkey feces at me, because the controls for the GBA emulator are kinda derpy. Like, S is B, X is... no, Z is A, X is whatever the fuck X is. I don't know. No. S. Z is A, X is B, S is R, A is L. It's so fucking confusing, whatever. And this is a computer that I guess is trying to guide me to victory in my adventure here. Yep, I will do just that. Yep, let's go. Oh! Here we are. Allow me to lower my volume really quick, so there is not some horrible echo in the video. Here we go, because I enjoy listening to my games too. Alright, so like I said, I have played this before, so don't be like, oh, you're acting like you haven't played this before, but you're a pro at it. Well, technically, if I hadn't even played this on my computer. I have played this game before, but I probably wouldn't be as good as I was. Now, you see, I realized that when I was younger and I played these type of games, I had a fuck ton of patience. Because when I played for like an hour, I played this game for like an hour before I made this video, I got so pissed off. And the whole patience thing also goes for Fire Emblem too, because in Fire Emblem, when you lose a person, they're gone forever, with a few exceptions. But whenever I lost a person, I would just start over the entire level, regardless of how far I was, unless I hated the person, and that would be a different case. But you have to get on your knees and pull that guy. But one thing that this game has is, it has conveyance, but not the best conveyance, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Like, it took me a little while to realize I had to go back to the navigation room after destroying that one guy when I tried this game again about an hour ago. Excuse me. But yeah, this game is actually moderately scary too. Like, I stopped playing after, well, if you haven't played this game before, you'll see in a second why there is somewhat of a horror factor in this. I mean, it's not just the music, but something happens where you're like, oh shit, this is kind of scary. But yeah. This is Vital Samus. Well, guess what? They're gonna get in the breeding place. And shit's about to get really fucked up. Got it. Let's go. Get it, gotta do it. Come on. Alright, let's do this. Oops. Alright, so right now I'm traveling to the first boss. What's in here? Fuck you. Full health, awesome. Another observation I'd like to make, you don't have to agree with me on this one, but I see Metroid as Nintendo's horror Mega Man. Like, just think about it for a second before just closing your ears and shoving your finger up your ass, being like, no, he's wrong. This game has a really, really, really close similarity as far as Mega Man. Like, Mega Man doesn't do flips when he jumps, and the maps usually aren't this huge. Well, some of the maps are big, but the maps usually aren't this huge, and I know you can select which boss you want to fight, but the gameplay is so similar that the amount of damage you take just from running into enemies is similar. It's just such a similar game in different ways. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Can't go through there yet. Oh! Fuck you. So like, look at that. I just lost... I'm not gonna do math right now. My school is on fire today, so I didn't exactly have school. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CEO I served under the name Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions. For anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect, and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Ignore the bad mouse placement. Oh shit, hang on. I don't want, just spoiler, plug your ears. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so in the very end of this game, you'll find out soon that your old suit is like possessed by this thing that the computer names SAX, but I just call it SamX. And it's this really scary thing that like chases you around and traps you in places, and you're constantly having to escape this thing. But in the very end, you eventually become strong enough to fight this thing, and you have to fight it in this room right here, and it is terrifying because after you break the suit off of it, it turns into like this animal wolf thing. Like, it really is a true meaning of horror. And I remember this really cheap and horrible way to beat it, which, if I do feel like making the series this as long as me getting to the very end of the game, I mean, I guess I'll show you how to do the really cheap way to beat it, but I really don't want to. Alright, what do you want, navigation? So yeah, I may or may not do that. Another way to the target. Alright, now, before I move on to this next boss, I gotta wrap up this video. I'll make another one pretty soon. I know I said that about Pokemon Emerald. I'm sorry, I couldn't play that game anymore. Ruby and Sapphire is my favorite. It's cute that they made a whole story off of Rayquaza. But, yeah. Alright, so, thanks for watching. This is Steven. Subscribe, comment, and like, and have a nice day.